Hello my friends, it is July the 3rd of 2022. This video is entitled My Funeral Playlist. Okay, so when I finally leave this miserable existence, these are the songs that I would like played at my funeral. Okay, so I thought quite a bit about this list and I came up with 20 songs that I feel like would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so I'm going to go through the list and talk a little bit about each song. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so coming up first is Black Sabbath with the song Solitude. Okay, so this is off the album Master of Reality. Great song. It's a very mellow song, consists of like acoustic guitar and as well as some other instrumentation. And yeah, great song. Ozzy's vocals are just incredible on the song. It's just such a mournful song, very melancholic sounding. Great lyrics. It's just about loss, just about the loss of somebody, and I believe it's about the loss of a relationship, but it could certainly fit the vibe of a funeral, that's for sure. Great song. In my opinion, it's one of the best Black Sabbath songs out there. Certainly one of my favorite Black Sabbath songs, and yeah, I really like this one quite a bit. Okay, so that is Solitude by Black Sabbath. Up next is Opeth with To Bid You Farewell. Okay, so this is off of the Morning Rise album. Okay, so this is the last song off of that album. Yeah, this song is it's a pretty lengthy song. It's pretty mellow as well, but it does get a little bit heavier about halfway through the song. And yeah, I just really like the vibe of this song quite a bit. Again, it's just a song about loss, and yeah, just it's so melancholic, and just there's just so much feeling and emotion in this particular song. Michael Ackerfeld's vocals are just incredible. Love the guitar playing, lots of great guitar riffs in this one, and yeah, I really enjoy this one so much. Okay, so that is To Bid You Farewell by Opeth. Next up is Reverend Bazaar with Funeral Summer. So this was one of the songs off of their last album, their final album that they released. Yeah, this is just such a heavy and dark song, very mournful sounding. Certainly one of their darkest songs, and yeah, I just love the vibe of this one. It's just so incredibly mournful sounding, so incredibly melancholic, and yeah, great lyrics as well. And yeah, I feel like this one would be a great fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so that is Funeral Summer by Reverend Bazaar. Up next is Nirvana with The Man Who Sold the World. This is actually a cover of a David Bowie song. They performed this song on the their Unplugged album, their MTV Unplugged album, and yeah, I'm a big fan of that album, and in my opinion, it's one of my favorite live albums. And I'm not a huge fan of live albums, but I really enjoyed that one so much. And yeah, I just had to go with the Nirvana song. I wasn't really sure which one to pick, but I just always loved the feeling of this one, and it just has such a sad vibe to it. And yeah, I just really like the job that they had done with this particular song. I feel like their version of it is just incredible. Really enjoy this one so much. I could pick so many other Nirvana songs, but I just decided to go with this one. Okay, so that is The Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana. Up next is Woods of Ypres with Kiss My Ashes Goodbye. Love Woods of Ypres. They're one of my top 10 favorite bands of all time, and this was off of their final album, Grey Skies and Electric Light. Such a great album. Again, one of my top albums of all time. Possibly my top 5, one of my top 5 favorite albums. So yeah, I just absolutely love this album so much, and so many great songs off of that one. The entire album is incredible, but this particular song right here, I just feel like would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. It's just so incredibly mournful. David Gould's vocals are just incredible. So many great riffs, and just love the whole just the arrangement of the song is yeah, it just goes through so many different phases, and I just enjoy it so much. And yeah, I just feel like it would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. I love this one so much. Okay, so that is Kiss My Ashes Goodbye by Woods of Ypres. Up next is Down with Bury Me in Smoke. This is off of Down's first full-length album. I believe this is the last song on that album, and yeah, I love that album so much. 10 out of 10 for me. Definitely one of my all-time favorite albums. This particular song right here is just incredible. Very mournful, very melancholic sounding, and love Phil's vocals. His lyrics are incredible on this particular song. Great riffs here. I just feel like it would really fit the vibe of my funeral. Yeah, I've oftentimes imagined this song being played at my funeral. I just feel like it would be such a good fit. Okay, so that is Bury Me in Smoke by Down. Up next is Megadeth with In My Darkest Hour. I'm a pretty big Megadeth fan. This particular song right here, I feel like would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. It definitely has more of a kind of a melancholic kind of vibe to it, and yeah, I mean, with the lyrics especially, they're just about being isolated and alone, and you know, not having any sort of help of any sort, or any sort of guidance or anything of that sort. And so I can certainly relate to those lyrics. That's Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely I can relate to that. And yeah, I just feel like this one would be a good fit. Yeah, great song. Okay, so that is In My Darkest Hour by Megadeth. Up next is Nutshell by Alice in Chains. Great song here. I'm a big fan of Alice in Chains. They're definitely probably one of my top 10 favorite bands. And this particular song right here, yeah, great lyrics on this one. Yeah, it's definitely more of a mellower song, that's for sure. Yeah, I can certainly relate to this song so much. And yeah, it's just about isolation and being alone. Yeah, and just struggling and just trying to manage as well as you can. And that's essentially what it is about. But yeah, I just really love the vibe and the energy and the mood of this one so much. And yeah, great song. Okay, so that is Nutshell by Alice in Chains. Up next is Warning with Echoes. Warning are like a doom metal band. They are no longer around, although they might be still around. I think they do perform live still, but I think they only released like 2 full-length albums. And yeah, this song right here was off of their last full-length album that came out many years ago, and I love that album so much. And this particular one right here, this song, Echoes, it's so incredibly melancholic, and it just has such a sad vibe to it. I really enjoy it so much. The vocals are just incredible, so much feeling and emotion in those vocals, and the lyrics as well are just incredible. Yeah, great album, and this particular song I just enjoy so much. Okay, so that is Echoes by Warning. Next up is Amy Winehouse with Take the Box. You know, Amy Winehouse, I'm a huge fan of. She's certainly one of my top 10 musicians or bands, or however you want to see it. Certainly, she's definitely up there on my top 10. I just enjoy her music so much, and I've listened to her albums a lots and lots throughout the years. And yeah, I definitely really connect so much with her music and her lyrics and all that. And this particular song right here, it has, yeah, such a melancholic feel to it. Yeah, great vocals, and the lyrics as well are just about loss. It's about the end of a relationship and just the frustration of dealing with that. And yeah, I just feel like it could fit the vibe of a funeral as well, and could certainly fit the vibe of that type of environment as well. Great song. Amy Winehouse has so many great songs, but I just decided to go with this one. Okay, so that is Take the Box by Amy Winehouse. Up next is Catatonia with Shifts. Catatonia are a band that I just absolutely love. They have so many great songs, and this particular one right here, it has definitely more of a mellower type of vibe to it. Great lyrics, and yeah, I believe the song is mostly just about loss, the loss of a relationship. Yeah, it's just such a sad and melancholic type of song as well. Love the video that they created for this. Certainly very good. I mean, Catatonia have so many great songs, and so many songs that I could have chosen, but this one right here I feel like will be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so that is Shifts by Catatonia. Up next is Pantera with Cemetery Gates. Pantera are obviously a band that I just absolutely love. I've been a huge fan of them since my mid-teens, and this song right here, yeah, I mean, I just feel like it would be a great fit for a funeral. I mean, the title says it right there, right? Cemetery Gates. I mean, the song is basically just about loss and coping or dealing with the loss of a particular person. And yeah, great song. So many great riffs in this song. Dimebag Darrell's riffs are just phenomenal. Phil's vocals, great. I mean, everything about this particular song is just phenomenal. A great solo section as well. Yeah, this is a great song. I mean, Pantera, great band, but this song right here, I just feel like, yeah, it would fit the vibe of a funeral. Okay, so that is Cemetery Gates by Pantera. Up next is Satyricon with Phoenix. Yeah, so this particular song right here, a bit different from a lot of other Satyricon songs. This one has, it's definitely more melodic sounding. There are some clean vocals in it, some nice arpeggio style riffs. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like the vibe and the mood of this particular song. This is certainly one of my top Satyricon songs. I'm a pretty big fan of Satyricon. This particular song right here, I don't know, I just enjoy it so much, and yeah, there's just something about the mood and the atmosphere of this particular song that I feel would just really fit the environment of a funeral. That's how I feel. Okay, I just really connect with this song so much. Okay, so that is Phoenix by Satyricon. Up next is Neurosis with Locust Star. This is a very heavy song. It certainly has like a very apocalyptic type of feel to it. Just so much energy. It's just, yeah, there's just so much feeling in this song. It's so incredibly deep, and it goes through a variety of different movements, and yeah, it's just so powerful sounding. I just always felt, and I felt like this for many years, that this particular song would really work well at my funeral, and I've always connected with this song so much. And Neurosis are a band that writes so many great songs, and a band that really has so much depth to their music, and this particular song right here is just phenomenal. Okay, so that is Locust Star by Neurosis. Up next is The Gathering with Alone. Yeah, The Gathering, I've been a fan of theirs for many years. Only have a couple of their albums though, but this particular album that this song is off of, I've had that album for many years, and I remember listening to the song when I was in a very difficult situation where I was quite literally alone with nobody, no help, no assistance, no guidance whatsoever. I was in a very difficult and very dark time, and I remember listening to this song repeatedly over several days while I was going through this almost like a breakdown of some sorts. Yeah, it was incredibly difficult, and I was connected with this song, and yeah, it certainly expressed how I felt at that particular time, and still expresses how I feel oftentimes. And yeah, I just feel like this song is almost like essential to be played at my funeral. That's just how I feel about this song. I just connect with this so much, and yeah, I love this song. Okay, so that is Alone by The Gathering. Up next is Korn with Hollow Life. Korn are a band that I really enjoy, certainly one of my favorite nu metal bands. Okay, this song right here is just so deep, so much feeling, so much emotion. It's just so melancholic sounding and heavy, and yeah, I really enjoy it so much. I just this particular album that this song is off of is such a great album, The Untouchables. What a great album that is, and there's so many great songs off of that album. But this song right here, I've always connected with this song and have connected with it since my teenage years, and still love it so much. And I just feel like this would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so that is Hollow Life by Korn. Up next is Hank 3 with Lonesome For You. I love Hank 3 so much. I've been a big fan of his for many years, and I definitely enjoy some country music, and Hank 3 is one of the country musicians that I enjoy quite a bit, and he's got so many sad songs, but this particular one right here I just feel is incredible. Lonesome For You. Yeah, it's just again, it's just a song about loss and just mourning and grief, and yeah, I just feel like this one would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Hank 3 has so many great songs, but this particular one right here I just enjoy so much. Okay, alright, so that is Lonesome For You by Hank 3. Up next is Cold World with Tortured by Solitude. Cold World are certainly one of my favorite black metal bands. They have more of that kind of like DSBM style or atmospheric black metal style. Really good stuff, very dark and melancholic sounding, certainly very depressive sounding. This song right here, yeah, I mean, I certainly can connect with this song quite a bit. I mean, there have been so many times, I mean, throughout my entire life. In fact, most of my life I've lived a very solitary type of life, and certainly have felt the frustration of living with that solitude, and this song right here I can certainly connect with. And yeah, Cold World, one of my favorite black metal bands, that's for sure. They have so many great songs. This one right here, I can, yeah, like I said, I just connect with it so much, and I just feel like it would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so that is Tortured by Solitude by Cold World. Up next is Pink Floyd with Time. Pink Floyd are a band that I definitely enjoy. I've been a big fan of theirs since my teenage years, and yeah, I don't know what it is about this song. I mean, it's a fairly popular song. It's actually a pretty popular song, and many people are familiar with it, but yeah, it just has a certain energy and a certain vibe to it, I feel like. Yeah, and just the message and the lyrics behind it, I just feel like it's so profound, and yeah, just such a well-written, well-crafted song, and yeah, I've always connected with this song. I enjoy it so much. Okay, and I just feel like it would be a good fit to be played at my funeral. Okay, so that is Time by Pink Floyd, and the last song on my list is Black Label Society with In This River. Yeah, I really enjoy Black Label Society. They're a band that I've really gotten heavily into over the past, I guess, about 4 years or so. Great band, and this particular song is it certainly has more of a mellower type of vibe to it. It's very piano based, and Zakk Wylde, he wrote this song after the death of Dimebag Darrell. He was big friends with Dimebag Darrell, and he had composed this song for him. So it is about him and about his life and his passing, and yeah, there's just so much feeling and emotion in the song. It's so melancholic. The solo section is just fantastic as well. Zakk Wylde is such a phenomenal musician, such a great vocalist and guitarist and lyricist, and yeah, I just enjoy this song so much. I really connect with it, and yeah, great song. I just feel like it would be a great song to be played at my funeral as well. Okay, so yeah, that is In This River by Black Label Society. Okay, so that is my list of 20 songs that I would like played at my funeral. Okay, so when I finally leave this miserable existence, these are the songs that I would like played at my funeral. I just connect with these songs so much. I just love them so much, okay? All right, let me know what you think. Let me know what songs you'd like played at your funeral. I'm very curious to know. All right, so yeah, leave some comments. I'd certainly appreciate that. Okay, so I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I want to say thanks to all the people who watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. I really, truly appreciate it. Okay, so take care, my friends. Cheers.